It always boils down to, like, do you want it? Do you actually want to be out there singing to people, connecting with people, writing songs? Who are you writing them for? Like, truly like dissecting what it is you're doing with music. And if you took away social media, took away all the numbers you could see, if you took away ticket counts, all of that, like, would you still be doing this?
Hi, I'm Nani Goins.
I'm Clover County.
Hola, nosotras somos Darumas.
I'm Gigi Perez.
Hey, it's Fulton Lee.
Hey, I'm Will.
What's up, y'all? I'm Austin Rogers, and this is SoundAdvice.
What has your journey been like kind of navigating the music business?
When I first entered, it was such a shock to learning the language of the business because it has its own language and politics. In my first record deal, I learned about all of that. And I think being away from the music business for probably about a year where I was independent, I was putting out those singles. And being away from that was amazing because it just allowed me to reset and recenter myself on what I really loved and what I really cared about. And I think entering the business again, I just have a different approach to what matters. Be involved in your business. You need to be involved in your business or else you have no idea what people are doing. Even if you trust them, even if you love them, like it's just like, it's very important for artists to be involved and know what's going on. So I'm a big supporter of that.
It's insane the amount of technology that in this day and age we have access to. I think it's insane that you can buy a, digital audio workspace and, an audio interface and speakers for less than what it would cost to rent a studio for a day. Like, that's incredible. And with that, we're going to get more and more people making music and more people, more and more quantity of everything. It's a beautiful thing. It's very exciting.
First of all, just understanding that at the end of the day, it is a business, and that having your correct team, shout out Nas Entertainment, shout out my mom for just people who really handle that business thing in a sense because, I want to be creative. So all the time, you as a creative, it's hard to navigate that type of world. So making sure that you especially have somebody that's handling your business, really rooting for you in all type of aspects is extremely important. And even just seeing how serious that is from working at SoundExchange, because you seeing these payouts, you're like, all right, who this going to? Making sure that this money's going to the right place. So definitely handle your business. And I definitely just had the, opportunity just to see both sides of it. And now just being on the creative side is exactly, where I wanted to be. And so, yeah, it's just full circle, and it's just really amazing to be in this position.
What are some of the biggest lessons that you've learned from just being on the road in general so far?
The Medium Build Tour, I got to crawl into the van with them. So it was like, I don't even know, 10, 11 people in a van. And I learned so much from Nick about how to care about the people around me while touring, while also taking care of myself. I love how he carries himself into every performance. He's like listening to him talk on stage. He's just present every day. He's like saying something about the day he experienced. He's not just like on a script, and that was awesome to watch. So I carried that forward with me. Another person I just toured with was Maddie Diaz, and similarly, there was just 4 of us in the van and 2 women who were playing solo, and she kicks butt, and she takes care of herself and is taking care of everybody around her and so present with the audience that's coming to every show.
As you've moved into artistry as a career, how has your creative process evolved?
I would say that I have grown into branching off into experiences that aren't necessarily my own, like something my friends may went through or my sisters, and then being able to step into that world that I've never experienced. It really challenges me creatively, and it pushes me to want more.
What's the best advice that you've received in your career so far?
Ooh, good question. Let me think.
I should shout out Nick D. He had a podcast called The Independent Podcast. It was him and Connor Price. He really preached content as a means of driving traffic to streaming services, any DSP, even YouTube. If you're not going the content route, it's kind of like you are honing your craft to the best that you can so that you have a good shot at the lottery. Versus doing the content stuff, the algorithms are built in a way to show you to new people. Like, I know people kind of, don't love the whole algorithmic state of social media, but man, there's such advantage to it in terms of reaching people that don't know who you are. Sure. And that was never really available before that.
My dad always says, you gotta wanna, and if you don't wanna, you're never gonna getta. And I just talked to him on the phone, and it just, like, it always boils down to, like, do you want it? Do you actually want to be out there singing to people, connecting with people, writing songs? Who are you writing them for? Like, I don't know, self-reflect on, this is my advice to new artists, I guess, is truly, like, dissecting what it is you're doing with music. And if you took away social media, took away all the numbers you could see, if you took away ticket counts, all of that, like, would you still be doing this? You know, don't take away cash. I love the cash. Please, more cash. But, yeah, all the fame. What is it? Lucinda Williams says, take the glory over the fame.
I, like, found this, like, Zoom interview with Blake Slacken, who's an incredible producer. And at the end, they asked him this question, like, what's the biggest advice you could give to an upcoming artist? And he said, if the music's great and you're a hard worker, it's a matter of time. And that stuck with me. I was like, if the music's great, you like, he said something on the line of like, if you like work harder than everybody else. I was like, I could do that. Let's do it. Like, and it just made me like, I also met one of my favorite producers. I don't do this, but I met one of my favorite producers at a bar in LA, like late at night as a 16-year-old. And I was like, I want to name drop him, but he was like, Steel. That was the advice.
What is something that you've learned as you're emerging in the industry on the business side that you wish you knew, like when you first started?
That's a really good question. I will say, use your gifts. You know, don't be afraid to use the gift that God blessed you with. For a second, even though I was doing talent shows and stuff, I didn't fully have that confidence of, oh, I could really make it as an artist. And I didn't start too late. I started making music and being an artist around like when I was 16 years old. So I didn't start too late, but imagine if I had that, like, oh yeah, no, this is something that can actually, you know, happen for me. I can actually be an artist. I can do that. It would have started a lot sooner.
What comes to mind first, I think even just going to Howard, you know, I really believed that I was going to be an attorney. And so, and in that was basically my idea of just Black mobilization and just mobilizing of people and collecting them together so that we can be a united front and continue to better ourselves. And so in that was when I had to kind of make the split decision of like, okay, am I going to do that or go to music? And in my mind, I was like, well, you know, where does the audience I'm trying to reach and how can I also reach them quicker? And I saw when music came along, it was just like, okay, well, this is also a way to incorporate my feelings of what I want to do by reaching people on a platform like everybody loves music, especially, you know, my people. So having the R&B just like is such a passion of mine, and being able to also coincide that, I think is something that I really want to do, of just like a big focus of mine of just as I'm moving along is making sure that people are knowledgeable and I'm moving with my people. And so I think, so that's just really something I want to be able to touch people and really impact people in a large way. And I feel like that's one of the ways that we can really do it.
Focus your energies where the people are. That's kind of how I put it sometimes when I talk to people about doing the content stuff. Yeah. Just take your art, your music, whatever it is, and just find a way to put it where the people are. Yeah. The people are on Instagram. Everyone's on Instagram. We're all addicted to it. I don't know. I could spend my time hanging up flyers around the city. Sure. Maybe someone will pass it and see it, but like that person's definitely doing this like 800 times today. So I might as well be where they are instead of trying to hope that they kind of go to where I am. Right. Let me just go to where they are. Right. And I think in the beginning I didn't totally understand that.
Are there any technologies now or opportunities in the space that you're feeling people are ignoring or should be taking advantage of?
On the production side of things, there's definitely tools that exist now, even just outside of AI. Ableton is my DAW that I use to produce music, and they have Max for Live, which has been around for a few years, but still I feel like some people don't know about it. That's completely changed my production game on so many levels. Like in particular, there's a track, Miss Me When I'm Gone. I needed like a cool kind of progressive bass line. And I just like used Sting which is a Max for Live plugin that basically randomly generates a bass line. So you can select notes, the style, the rate at which the notes are played, and you just keep pressing the button and it keeps randomly generating a bass line. As much as I love to be using all of the advanced technology and like I make sure to get all those plugins, I feel like I try to bring it back to the basics. Because I feel like if you have all the tools, it kind of takes away from the creativity sometimes.
Yo creo, en mi caso, creo que eso es algo que es una gran oportunidad. Pienso que es una gran oportunidad porque son herramientas y no tiene sentido como ir en contra de nada, de lo que va pasando, ¿viste? Las cosas van cambiando, van evolucionando, vamos creciendo y en esa transformación también está lo bello. Todo depende de cómo utilices eso. Pero si vos estás haciendo las cosas honestamente y desde el corazón, no tiene por qué fallar. Y en este caso la inteligencia artificial te puede ayudar, lo puedes usar como una herramienta, siempre y cuando, como te digo, sea honesto de parte tuya, porque después ese resultado que tengas, sin duda te va a llevar a tener tu galardón, por así decirlo, y vas a estar orgulloso de eso, porque lo hiciste honestamente.
What's the worst piece of advice you've ever been given?
Ooh, worst piece of advice. People can guide you in ways that you think that they will say is for your best interest, but it's not for your best interest, it's for theirs. So you need to make sure that you are aware of all sides of the coin. And sometimes it's hard to do. And that also doesn't mean like don't trust anyone, because you also can't have a business if you don't trust anyone. But you learn from it. You absolutely 100% you take that with you.